So is Clemson going to go to the SEC? What's going on, people? Welcome back to Reefer. Got another banger video for you guys today, baby. Let's be special, baby. Let's be special. So there's a lot of talk about conference realignment, this and that. So I've been seeing a lot of talk of, Clemson potentially jumping ship to the SEC. But, there's the buyout clause from the ACCs. We just signed a new deal. So it'd be about a $50 million buyout, I believe. Which, let's be realistic here. That's not that much. I mean, it would only take a couple donors to throw some money there. And if the new athletic director went there and said, hey, we need to make a statement and go to the SEC, because that's where the conference is. That's the most powerful conference. We got to join that and get in line with that. The donors would probably make that happen, which is very viable. We got a new athletic director. I mean, he made a statement with the basketball coach, which, he didn't come on directly and fire him, but made a statement. And then with Monty Lee, kind of came out and ended up firing him, parting ways. And I'm a little close to that situation, so I'm not going to say whether or not, it was justified or not. I like Monty. He's a good guy. I like his family. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you guys to decide whether you like that or not. But either way, he's making some moves. He's trying to leave his mark on the athletic department. So if Clemson does go to the SEC, our two options are we either have to buy out from our deal with the ACC, which is about $50 million, which the donors can throw that money together pretty readily. It's not that much money. For the average American, yes. For me, yes. I'd love $50 million. So, if you want to, give me $50 million, okay. I won't say no. But we'll do that. Or we gotta wait until 2036 for that deal to expire, and then we can jump ship. And it may be too late by then. So one interesting thing to consider is if we jumped to the SEC or jumped to the Big Ten, the payout per year would be about $50 million more per year if we went into one of those conferences from the TV deals. That's a lot of money though, people. $50 million more per year if we join that conference, a lot of money. ACC's got to kind of set their game up a little bit. I know that they have the pre-arranged deal with ESPN, so it's kind of we get what we get, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, these other conferences are getting a large amount of money. That's at the end of the day, it all comes down to the dollar, baby. That green. That's what's driving all these conference realignments. It's not, hey, we need to get in a more competitive conference for this or that. It's USC looked at the numbers and said, hey, we can make a lot more money if we go to the Big Ten than we can in the Pac-12. One, because the payout's bigger per year from based on the TV deal. And also, we're going to get more primetime games, because people seem to forget, too, that 50% of the population in the United States is from, kind of to the right of Texas over. Most of the population is in the Eastern time zone in the United States. So, a primetime game is going to be 8 o'clock on, Eastern time, New York time. But a primetime game on the West Coast is going to happen, 8 o'clock on the West Coast. That's 11 o'clock Eastern time. People are not going to have time to watch that. Or people in New York City, Boston, Florida, Chicago. I mean, they're not really going to stay up for that. I guess Chicago's, Central time, an hour behind. But still, it's just a lot to ask for. I still think the reason Christian McCaffrey did not win that Heisman back in the day was because he was playing in the West Coast time. And most of the voters who are, Central or East Coast, just didn't get to see him play. He played a lot of night games at Stanford because Stanford was good when he was there. He was a good player, so obviously Pac-12 wants to put him in a primetime spot, and he just didn't get a lot of airtime so that the voters could see him play. Because that's what it comes down to. The Heisman Trophy, a lot of the times, is who is the most memorable game, the biggest impact on the game, but they need that one defining game that the voters see and say, dang, that's my guy. That's who I'm going to vote for. So I don't think it's these conference realignments are so as much as, hey, we need to be in the competitive conference, the top conference. I think it's more just, who's going to pay us the most money. So that's, at the end of the day, college football, college sports are a business. Specifically college football, it's a business. They want to make the most money they can, and that's just how it's playing out right now. Now, touching that, though, I think we should realign the conferences again and do away with them. Power 5, do away with them. Switch to two conferences. The ESPN conference and the Fox conference. And you have X amount of teams in those conferences. Let's say, I don't know, 20 teams in each conference. But just like European soccer, we do relegation. So the bottom 3 teams get maybe even more. You do the bottom 5 teams in each conference get relegated, sent down to a lower conference. And then whichever conference does worse gets, first dibs on, hey, Vanderbilt cleaned up this year in the second division of Division One, so we're going to take them and bring them into the Fox Conference first with our first pick. Do something like that, some form of relegation to reward these teams for doing well, and everybody gets a 1-year TV deal. It's a 1-year deal. They don't have these long-term contracts anymore. 1-year deal. So your school does good, you guys perform, you get to stay in the Fox Conference, you get to stay in the ESPN Conference. And if perform subparly, then you're gonna get replaced by a new school, the new blood. And obviously I say 2 conferences because at the end of the day, Fox and ESPN are the ones that are driving all this. It's the TV money that's driving these conference realignments that drive the conferences as a whole. It's the money, and Fox and ESPN are where it's at. So let's just make 2 conferences, 1 for each, and let's roll with it, baby. Let's see what happens. Now I think relegation would really bring an interesting aspect to the table. We'd be copying our sisters and brothers over in Europe with their soccer leagues. And it would be quite interesting to see. I think Americans would really like it, and a lot of Americans don't really know is not everybody's watching the Premier League, watching Series A, watching the Champions League. I guess there's no relegation in the Champions League, but you know what I mean. I mean the Premier League, Series A, the Bundesliga, La Liga. Americans don't really watch that a whole lot, and I think it would really open their eyes that, hey, this could be a great thing for the sport to do some relegation in there for the new conferences. But that's all I got for today, guys. As always, have a great day. Tell me somebody you love them. Deuces.